Did you know? Duke Nukem Forever began development as a 2D side-scroller, similar to Duke Nukem 1 and 2. The game's name was kept, but the concept for the game was discarded, marking the beginning of Duke Nukem Forever's infamous 15-year-long development hell. An early version of Duke Nukem Forever used the Quake 2 engine, and was presented at E3 1998, where it impressed many convention-goers. The revelation that Forever would run on id Software's Quake 2 engine shocked fans, as 3D Realms and id Software were often thought of as rivals. The competition between the two studios was even referenced in Duke Nukem 3D's Shrapnel City. In the area's 4th level, an earthquake strikes as the player approaches a tall black building with the sign East Town Towers. Duke says, "I ain't afraid of no quake." This sequence references the real-life Town East Towers in Mesquite, Texas, where id Software's headquarters were located at the time. Duke's line was a stab at id's then upcoming game Quake, which was known to be technically superior to Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem Forever was rebooted again shortly after the 1998 E3 presentation. It was announced that Forever would run on Epic Games' Unreal Engine. During development, it was planned that Forever would feature a sidekick in the form of a gay robot. This was intended to add depth to Duke's character and to explore how the ultra-macho Duke would relate to a peer that has a different sexual orientation. The idea was scrapped, as the whole concept revolved around the robot being the subject of a tragic ending. Gearbox head Randy Pitchford explained the theme of loss and sacrifice were not appropriate for the game, stating, "Duke is all about having a good time. Do you want to pay $60 to feel like crap? No." After multiple delays, director George BROUSSARD revealed some key reasons for Duke Nukem Forever's lengthy development time, citing the complexity of modern game design and his own habit of constantly seeking out new elements to put in the game. It actually became a running joke at 3D Realms to keep BROUSSARD from playing new video games, as he'd want to include portions of them in Duke Nukem Forever. Development continued intermittently over a decade as more and more delays were announced, and Forever won Wired.com's yearly vaporware awards numerous times. In 2003, it was removed from Wired's list and given a Lifetime Achievement Award. Sometime before 2009, 3D Realms discontinued internal development of the game. However, 9 ex-employees, including key personnel like Alan Bloom, continued game development from their homes throughout the year. These ex-employees formed Triptych Games, and with the help of funding from Gearbox Software, Duke Nukem Forever was finally released in 2011. One strange result of Forever's extended production was that retailer GameStop was obliged to honor a decade-old pre-order for the game. A gamer that goes by the alias /000 held on to his pre-order from 2001. Not only did he get his long-awaited game, but Gearbox sent him a care package full of Duke Nukem merchandise. The Duke Nukem games are fully loaded with references to movies, music, and other video games. The cover of Duke Nukem 3D pays homage to the iconic cover image for Evil Dead 3: Army of Darkness. And this isn't the only reference to that same film in Duke Nukem. Aside from a few choice quotes, the popular Duke one-liner, "Hail to the King, baby," is taken word for word from the last line in Army of Darkness. Another famous Duke Nukem quote, "It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum," was taken almost verbatim from the 1988 John Carpenter film They Live. The Duke Nukem 3D Shrapnel City level Freeway contains a hidden reference to the Terminator series. A flattened, Terminator-looking robot can be found behind the machine press. This references the ending to the first Terminator film, where the T-800 is crushed under a hydraulic press. In the Lunar Apocalypse level Warp Factor, there are a few hidden rooms referencing Star Trek: The Next Generation. Duke can find the bridge of the Starship Enterprise and Captain Picard's Ready Room. An additional really ready room can be uncovered inside Picard's Ready Room with a secret stash of dirty videos. There are also a series of references to The Simpsons within Duke Nukem 3D. In the Stadium level, if players either look up or use a jetpack, they can see a blimp which reads Duff Beer, a reference to the Duff Beer brand from The Simpsons. In the second to last level of Duke Nukem 3D Atomic Edition, players can open one of the walls to reveal Homer Simpson's donut-covered desk from the nuclear plant. In the bathroom in level 4-6, Going Postal, a message can be seen written backwards on the wall. Looking at this message in the mirror reveals the text "Pick up Bart," alluding to the Simpsons episode Brother from the Same Planet. A different kind of Simpson reference can be found in the bar level of Red Light District. The TV in the bar displays an image of a white Bronco speeding down the highway. This is similar to O.J. Simpson's real-life car chase that interrupted coverage of the 1994 NBA Finals. Over the years, Duke Nukem 3D was ported to over 11 different platforms, and each port had its own unique features and Easter eggs. In the classic Mac OS version, entering the cheat DN 1984 on the first level will display Big Brother is watching at the top of the screen, and replace the movie playing in the theater with a well-known 1984 Apple commercial. The Lunar Apocalypse level Dark Side contains a reference to Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. In the PC version, players can find a dead Luke Skywalker hanging upside down at the back of a cavern, and in the N64 version of the game, Luke is replaced with Yoda. The N64 version has yet another alteration. In the original Duke Nukem 3D, the babes kidnapped by the aliens were woven into cocoons and tied up on pillars. Pressing the action button in front of them will make them moan, "Kill me," which is a reference to a similar scene in the Alien franchise. In the Nintendo 64 version, the babes' skin were covered up more, and they could not be killed. Instead, the action button will cause the babes to disappear with a message stating "Babe saved." Duke Nukem Forever features many allusions and playful jabs at other video games. When in front of a wooden barricade, Duke will say, "A crowbar would come in handy right now," a reference to Gordon's famous crowbar weapon from Half-Life. In the level Blowing Up the Dam, there is a long stairway with barrels bouncing down at the player. Duke will comment,
"Here's a hammer when you need one."
At the top, Duke finds a pig and says, "Huh, I was expecting a monkey." This is a reference to Nintendo's 1981 arcade game Donkey Kong. EA's Dead Space series is referenced in the level The Hive as well. In the level, players can find the dead body of Isaac Clarke. Once found, Duke will comment, "That's one dead space marine." This line is a riff on a line from Duke Nukem 3D, where Duke finds the bloody corpse of the protagonist from Doom and comments, "That's one doomed space marine." Did you also know that the development of the 2016 Doom reboot took so long that one developer had 4 children during its production? For more facts, check out the Did You Know Gaming video on Doom 2016. And if you would like some more from the faceless voice behind the microphone, perhaps you would enjoy my channel, LGR, where I post new videos every Monday and Friday talking about classic computers and games and hardware and software and everything in between, because I have a problem committing to a single idea.